Today in Pass of Excel 2 The Third Edict I will try one of the most expensive farming strategies. It needs mountains of currency just to start, and I want to see if it actually pays off or just burns your wallet. So hail it matches, kings and queens, it's me Spot the King, let's begin. Okay, here's the stuff I got. We get these precursor tablets, and these tablets actually cost quite a bit, around 8 divine orbs per tablet. And I will use all 3 of them. What's so special, you may ask me? Well, these tablets will guarantee me to have 1 rogue exile at the map. So in theory, I will have 3 rogue exiles every single map. While normally they drop pretty useless stuff, sometimes they can become leech when they reburn in abyssal areas. That's why for this strategy I will be using these tablets with overrun by abyssal modifier. These top rolls can go for around 4 divines. And as a cherry on top we got tier 16 maps. And to fully juice this strategy, I will add these omens. They go for around 2 divines per stack. And if you want to buy all ingredients, it will cost you around 60 divines for full strategy, just to play 10 maps. I will run these 10 maps with my friendly Spot, and we will try to find out is this strategy actually worth it or it's just overpriced items. It's time to load our first map. So here's the idea of the strategy. We start this abyssal overrun map, and there will be loads of pits. First of all, of course, it's just nice to play this kind of maps, especially when you get nice rarity bot nearby. So definitely we will get loads of currency, and I will show all currency we will get for this run in the end. But main idea is to actually find rogue exiles. Yeah, that's why I invested in these tablets a lot. So idea is to find 3 rogue exiles in this map, and by having more rogue exiles in the map, we get more chances for them to be near abyssal pits. When they are near abyssal pits, it's again not guaranteed, but they can be revived as abyssal leech. And this abyssal leech will always drop Javel. By having 3 of them in one map, well, I'm just increasing chances to encounter them near abyssal pits. And I'm using these omens to duplicate them. So idea is to test, can we actually duplicate these abyssal leeches and get multiple Heart of the Well diamonds. Every Heart of the Well diamond can be sold for around 8 divines, so the same cost of our tablet. If strategy will work, well, we get all our investments from like 2 maps basically, and we get 8 more maps. But if strategy won't work, well, we're down 60 divines or so. By the way, if you're curious how you can set up this rarity hour bot for your party with your friends to get this much of currency every map, well, just leave a comment. As you can see, we cleared half of the map and there's no signs of rogue exiles. Well, I'm starting to be nervous, because tablets in this map right now costs like 20 divine orbs. We're playing maps that cost 4 divine orbs. I'm using omens that cost loads of divine orbs. Can I get those back? That's really what bothering me so much. Besides few divine orbs, there was nothing interesting in the first map, until we hit this checkpoint, when we start to see a bunch of rogue exiles on the map, and they added reinforcement. Watch closely, we get 3 of them in one single place, and that's pretty crazy. However, we should see 9 of them, not just 3 of them. And there's 3 of them for one single reason, because I got these omens and also friendly Spot got these omens, so we actually duplicated rogue exiles 2 times. However, we was forced to defeat boss and then get out of this map. There was only 1 rogue exile technically. I decided to see, is the problem with these rogue exiles my omens, so I turned them off and loaded our second map. Well, we started aggressively clearing this map, clearing screens in a single hit. That's just so juicy and looks awesome, but we are here for divine orbs. And the next abyssal pit we found was with a rogue exile. Just look over here, he is our rogue exile, we just need to find him and try to destroy him. It's hard to do it, but we managed to do it, and he was reborn as leech. And now I'm just praying to get my Heart of the Well diamond. Guess what? Few attacks, leech out, and we got our diamond. Yeah, this diamond is only the first one for today. I hope it's only first one, but not the last one. After moving forward a little bit, we found bunch of perfect jeweler orbs. No one definitely needs them at this point in the league, but that's a reminder why you actually want to play in a party, especially at the beginning of the league. You will get so much juicy drops like this. But again, we are here not for orbs, but for diamonds. And at the next Abyssal Pit, I found another Rogue Exile. On this pit, I decided to turn on my Omen, so he was duplicated. And we can finally test, is it worth it to actually run these Omens, so we can duplicate them and duplicate leeches. Now I just need to clear monsters around and hope they will be revived. But this pit is empty. Yeah, that's what I told you. It's again not guaranteed. Sometimes they just not duplicated even if they spawned near this abyssal pit. There was no more rock exiles on this map, so we cleared boss and went into the hideout for some funny strategy. I'm using Orb of Chance and Omens to convert basic belts into unique belts. There's a chance we will get Headhunter and become rich, but not this time. It was a tutorial how to burn Divine Orb in a few seconds. Let's go on the next map. Right from the get-go, after loading into the map, we went forward, and this time, guess what, we found Rogue Exile. Not one, but two of them. That's of course pretty sad, because there's no Abyssal Pit nearby and they can't be revived as leeches. Funnily enough, after reaching our first Abyssal Pit, we got next Rogue Exile in front of us. And this Rogue Exile is not duplicated by Omen, as you can see. So let's try to defeat him. Since this Rogue Exile is not duplicating, I guess he can become a leech. But we get empty Abyssal Pit again. Well, at least we got few divines. And after few more breaches and few more divines, of course, we get our next Rogue Exile. Guess what? This guy got completely zero plans to be revived as leech. Yeah, but at least it's our third Rogue Exile on the map, so this means the strategy with tablets work. But why there was only one Rogue Exile at our first map and two Rogue Exiles at our second map, that's a mystery to me. Maybe you know, just write in the comments. And we will continue to test the strategy after defeating boss on our third map, of course. And of course I won't be counting this as profits. On map 4, I decided to turn off Omens, because I got a theory. When Omens are on, well, it kinda bugs the strategy and it's not working. And again, you see, I got Rogue Exile right from the get-go. He is near Abyssal Pits, probably he will become my Abyssal Leech. Let's find out. Pow, he is defeated, and guess what? He is not Abyssal Leech. Maybe I need to clear out some monsters, and when pit will be closed, he will become Abyssal Leech. Let's see. And of course there's no Abyssal Leech this time. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we found one more Rogue Exile on the top, but he was out of Abyssal Pit, so he won't become Leech anyway. That was the second one, and third one was near Abyssal Pit again. So as you can see, yeah, chances to see this Rogue Exiles near Abyssal Pit is pretty high, but chances for them to be revived as leeches right now looks like pretty low. Funnily enough, on this map we encountered one more Rogue Exile. It was the fourth one. Why do we have 4 Rogue Exiles? Well, don't forget, with tablets I use, technically I should get a Rogue Exile, or actually 3 of them, every single map. So it's still a mystery to me why we got only 1 on the first one and 2 on the second map. But I respect my Atlas into maximum chance of encountering Rogue Exile for this strategy. That's why in some cases we encounter 4 or even 5 of them. Or maybe game kinda says sorry to me for the first map and giving me more Rogue Exiles than I should have at this map. Because for some reason we found 1 more on this map, and it's getting ridiculous. So we got like 5 Rogue Exiles on one single map and no leeches. Let's say to get to this boss, see you later alligator, and go into the next map. But first of all, let's try to get Headhunter. Okay. On the next map, right near the teleports, we got Abyssal Pits, and of course we got Rogue Exile instantly. This Rogue Exile was just on the pit. He was defeated in a second, and as you can guess, we just got a bunch of crappy stuff that no one needs, but we got one more Rogue Exile nearby, so it's time to hunt her. She is not really powerful and she's out, and again, this was like 3 Rogue Exiles in a second, and there's no Abyssal Leeches again. Guess what? In a second we found one more Rogue Exile, and it's getting ridiculous again. So tablets definitely working, but can I multiply leeches at least on one single map, please? Not on this one spot, yeah. We are half of the way to finish, and while I'm trying to get next Headhunter, let me explain what we got in mind right now. So basically we found that if we play open maps, there's a slight lesser chance to get these rock exiles on top of abyssal pits, and it feels like we're getting a lot more chances if we play straightforward maps where we just go in a straight line without any like open spaces. They kinda spawn on abyssal pits most of the time, so let's try our luck on this straightforward map. And as you can see, as I told you, we got a lot more chances to find these rock exiles on top of pits exactly on these maps. I found this rock exile, he's duplicated, he's out, and pow. There's no more rock exile and there's no abyssal lich of course this time. In the end again, we found only 2 of them, so I decided to switch strategy a little bit and to add a little bit of quantity and rarity of items. Since I got 4 stacks left on my tablets with extra rock exiles, it will give us few extra maps. Since first part of adventure definitely proved that we can't count on these tablets. Still, near the end of this map we found our first guaranteed rock exile, and he was right on top of abyssal pit. We got tuned off omens, so he is destroyed, he should become leech, I hope. Please rock exile, stop healing. And as you can guess, there is no leech this time. Yeah, there is no way to guarantee these diamonds to you, it's still luck based. So, we decided to stick to our initial plan and not change strategy. We are here to test, is it worth it or not after all. Not to actually make profits, I don't care. But we are approaching our tier 16 maps. They don't have overrun by abyssal modifier, so we will run them on green maps. Tier 16 maps welcomed us with double rock exile. And yeah, since I decided to stick to our initial plan, I turned on my omen, so it's duplicated rock exile of course. And yeah, there is no diamond as always. Then we encountered one more rock exile, and I quickly defeated him. But there was one more nearby, and guess what? One more was duplicated by omen. Omen doesn't work every time, so I thought maybe when omen does not work, this rock exile can be reborn as leech. But it looks like, again, there's no proof, and sometimes they reborn, sometimes they not reborn, sometimes there's omniphobia on top, so there's a bunch of bosses, rock exiles on the map, everyone is defeated and no good drops from them as always. We encountered 4 rock exiles already, and this 5th one, yeah, I got turned on omens, so if this rock exile won't reborn as leech, omen's definitely a problem. Guess what, he is defeated, and he got reborn as leech. Yes, that's what happened. So now we need to find this leech, destroy this leech, and guess what? We got our second diamond of this run. It's actually weird, because I see no dependencies on whether or not guys will be revived as leech. Sometimes they revive, sometimes they don't revive, sometimes they duplicate, sometimes they don't duplicate. So in my opinion, honestly, rock exiles right now is buggy mechanic. You can run this strategy, you can try it, and definitely you can be lucky and profit from it. But guess what? You need to be lucky. Anyways, there's one last map to go. But before we jump over there, let's try to get one more Headhunter and discuss how we can improve the strategy. Honestly, I think that you can just run any tablet with just increased chance for rock exile and spec your atlas for more rock exiles. It feels like if you will have leech, it kinda predetermined initially on the map. So by running maps with overrun by abyssal and having chances to encounter rock exiles, well, that's how you get these diamonds more constantly. If you're interested for me to test the strategy, just leave a comment, but if you want to test it yourself, I can tell you how you can get these maps with overrun by abyssal pretty cheaply. You don't need to pay 1 divine for those. But first of all, let's finish our maps. Since we got no extra Headhunter, we went into our next map, and guess how we start? Well, we defeat few basic mobs, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rock exiles in one single screen. How many of those can be duplicated? I'm praying we can get at least like 2 diamonds from these guys. 2 diamonds, please. Oh my goodness. I expected to see 3 abyssal leeches, but we just defeated 4 rock exiles, got a bunch of trash corrupted items, and that's it. I already was disappointed. It's the last map, it started really funny, but then I destroyed 1 more rock exile, and guess what? He got revived as leech, so we get our diamond easily. Yeah, as I told you, it looks like it basically predetermined if you get this diamond or not, so there's like no real reason to actually make the map with multiple rock exiles, and at least at this small test with 10 maps, multiple of those maps got like 5-6 rock exiles. There was no single map where we got rock exiles who was reborn as leeches together, or like multiple leeches on the same map. In the end we got 3 diamonds after beating 11 maps. Now I promised you to explain how you can play the strategy yourself without buying maps. Well, you need to find waystones with open prefixes. This means you need to have only 2 modificators in prefix maximum, or even you can use blue ones. Or even you can use any waystone but with this omen activated, so you will desecrate prefix. That's actually what you need. You need to desecrate prefix. Idea is simple. This bonus can roll only in prefix. So to find these maps, you just need to roll maps with prefixes which is desecrated. And we get it from the first attempt. Yeah, it's basically 4 divine orbs easily. Just like that, we quickly made a bunch of these maps and played a little bit more. No more diamonds as you can guess, but at least we had some fun, and that's the most important part in the game. Farming is cool, you can get these diamonds, you can sell them for 9 divine orbs, but is it worth it? It's up to you, but we get a bunch of divine orbs just by running these maps with rarity over support. And for me, as I told you, most important stuff is to have fun, so I went into Well of Souls and we will see what we can get from these diamonds. I activated a bunch of omens and they will be used every time I will reveal modifier. First rolls was pretty trash. Maximum lightning resistance is okay, but not too much. So after rerolling, I decided to take 2% of damage taken from mana before life. Loads of trash for second mod, and I decided to pick critical hit chance for spells after reroll. Then I took exposure effect. It looks like it will be okay-ish diamond for some mages. Probably worth around 4 divine orbs, so we went down from 8 divine orbs to 4, but that's fine. Let's see our next one, and it got instant life leech, 20% of it. Well, I actually preparing face tanking build for my next 0 to heroes, so if you're interested, make sure to subscribe. But for this diamond I took attack speed, skill speed, as well as critical hit chance and evasion from equipped body armor. This actually looks like pretty good gem. Drop your price in the comments, but I think it's around 25, maybe 30 divine orbs. The next diamond was pretty good. After first reroll I went for movement speed. It's pretty good mod overall. Then I got a bunch of trash mods, I rerolled and decided to pick this 2% of damage taken from mana before life. It's not complete trash at least. Then another reroll and we found this extra damage as chaos damage, and in the end we got something around 20 divine orbs for this diamond. And I will go and earn my 20 or even 40 divines per hour by following my strategy. If you're interested how to do this, well, watch video on the screen right now.